When we look at humanity as a whole, what has changed? How much is really different in the way we think and we talk and we act, and the way the world relates to itself, and governments relate to the people, and governments relate to other governments, and countries relate to other countries? How is it any different than where we were 50 years ago? I'm curious how even different it is from 100 years ago. Do we have world peace yet? Do we have gun control? I mean, forget about gun control. Have we gotten rid of guns yet? There shouldn't even be anything to control. There just shouldn't be any guns. Have we gotten to a place where we no longer need any of this stuff? I mean, that's really what we're talking about. That's real evolution. That's real change. That's real advancement. That's real power of God and soul shining through us and us embracing it. And here's what it comes down to. We all have that little voice. And for some of us, it's a very big voice. Some of us have a very big voice calling us. And for those of us that have the little voice, all that means is that we have too much noise in our head and in our lives going on to hear that little voice bigger. That's all that means. But it is always there for everyone when we are ready to listen. When are we going to be ready to make massive change? When are we going to be ready to step out of our lives and step out of our laziness and step out of our complacency and step out of this world that has entrapped us? And I know it's difficult. I know it's difficult because we need money to survive. We need money to live. We need money to provide. And that is the world that we have collectively created. And that is the world that we collectively feed. How many of you listening to this have nothing? None of you. Because you wouldn't be listening to this. You need to have a cell phone or a computer or a tablet or something. And that means that you have a lot of other things if you have those things. So we feed it ourselves. And it's up to us. I mean, I'm not asking anyone to give everything up. But what I'm asking is that we really look at the bigger picture, the grander picture, and we really look at our lives, and not just our lives as in what we do day to day, but I mean our lives as humanity, as our life purpose, as what God intended for us. We look at that and we ask ourselves, is this what we want? Is this what we want for ourselves? Is this what we want for our family? Is this what we want for our children? Is this what we want for the future? Is a bunch of people sitting around watching TV, staring at screens and phones and computers and tablets and sitting on our asses, just doing nothing else, don't even remember what it's like to get on a bike and ride around outside, and all this busyness and technology and this need for money to provide and to have more and more, it is preventing us from living the way we really are meant to live, and it's preventing us from being the humans that we really are. But it's okay, because it's all part of the journey. It's what makes it part of the journey, and sometimes the pendulum swings too far to one side for us to realize what we've done and realize that we've gone too far. You know, that pendulum has to knock us right off our ass sometimes, hit us right upside the head for us to say, wait a minute, we've gone too far. We got to come back. We got to come back into balance. And that is what is being called for now. That is what is needed right now in the world. And on top of that, it's not even just balance, but it's just, we're talking about rebalancing ourselves on a global level. We're talking about returning to a time where people lived in harmony with the world, in harmony with nature, in harmony with each other, living in groups and clans and community instead of separating ourselves every which way we can. That is where we are heading back to. That is what is needed right now. And that is a future that I see. That is the future that I want to build. My plan is for it to happen while I am still alive. My plan is to happen in this lifetime. My plan is to see that happen in the next 30 to 40 years. And it absolutely can be done if everybody comes together, because the power of the people, the power of the collective is the greatest force on this planet. And it is the greatest force that we will ever see. But it is a matter of becoming one mind and one global community with one goal. And that is to come together, to love each other, to live in peace and harmony. And we have to make that decision. We have to make it together. And then we have to choose every day to wake up and head for that goal. I want you to keep that in your mind and in your heart and in your soul. And every day tell yourself that this is what I'm alive for. This is what I'm here for. This is what I want for myself and my world, a world of love, peace, and harmony. Thank you for listening. I am here to awaken you to who you really are, to your full potential. If you want to work with me, just go to my website, gregcampisi.com.